Okay, in this part of the lesson, we're going to be working with simplifying expressions that involve zero and negative exponents. So now we're going to be kind of stepping it up another notch. So here we have negative 5 times x to the 0. So that negative 5 and x are right next to each other. They are still in and of themselves separate pieces. They just don't put that multiplication x between them. So that 0 is really only applied to that x. Okay, so really when I simplify this, it becomes negative 5 times this simplified becomes a 1. Anything to the 0 is 1. So negative 5 times 1 becomes negative 5 for a final answer. Okay, you have to remember that just because that 0 is on there does not mean that it's also on that negative 5. If they wanted it on the negative 5, it would look like this. They would put that in a parentheses and then put the 0, because then the 0 would apply to everything there. Here, the 0 is only applied to that x. Okay, so it's understanding how to look at it. All right, let's try this one. So here we have z to the 6th power over 15 times z to the 9th power. So remember, another way of looking at this might be like this. 15 times z to the 9th power. Okay, so where can we simplify? Right here. Now remember, with division, we're actually going to be subtracting. Okay, so 6 minus 9 gives me negative 3. So this is what it looks like right now. Z to the negative 3 over 15. Okay, now we haven't worked with these where we have a reciprocal that's something other, or a denominator that's something other than 1. We're still going to do the reciprocal of the whole thing. So we're going to flip this whole thing over. So it becomes 15 over z to the 3rd. Notice that's what we did to get rid of that negative. Okay, we had to flip the whole thing. This is my final answer because I don't know what z is. Okay, so no, you're not always going to have 1 involved. Here we had a denominator. It just happened to be 15. So that still becomes, it doesn't become z to the negative 3 over 1 times 1 over 15. We don't have to do that, okay? We just flipped the entire piece. All right, let's try another one together. Okay, so once again, these two go together, right? Okay, that 9's like a separate piece. It's 9 times y to the negative 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do, since it's division, we have to go minus the bottom, so minus 5. So it now becomes 9. I'm going to throw a multiplication symbol in there so that you're seeing it's two separate pieces times y to the negative 8. Okay, we have to get rid of that negative 8, that negative off of that 8. So if you want to, you can do this. Okay, it's still going to be 9 over 1. This part I have to do the reciprocal of. So it becomes 9 over 1 times 1 over y to the 8th, which becomes 9 over y to the 8th. Now, you can break it apart like that. What I tend to do is, because there I am working reciprocal, I tend to just think anything that has a negative exponent is going to go to the opposite, whether it's top or bottom, okay, to get rid of that negative. So let's do something here.